Today's date, November 14, 2013, on a Thursday. It's 8:33 p.m. Pacific Time, and this is your Fukushima radiation report for today. And let's begin with the first report. TV says Fukushima workers fear for their own safety. The truth is astonishing. I don't dare wash my hands even after using the toilet. This is a video. It was published November 14, 2013 at 9:12 a.m. Eastern Time by E&E News. NTD Television, November 13, 2013. According to reports by one of the major newspapers in Japan, the Mainichi Shimbun, the decontamination workers used to throw the contaminated waste or water into nearby rivers. Mr. O also confirms that improper disposal of contaminated waste is seen every day at the site. CCTV News, November 14, 2013. CCTV correspondent Matt Studdard, two of the decontamination workers at Fukushima. They've taken a big risk. Being interviewed about their daily work, they say workers received no detailed training before starting the job and no advice. The workers say they were given no information on how to handle the material. That's unbelievable. Worker. Sometimes we don't have enough plastic bags, so we find a place and dig a pit and throw all the polluted soil into it. CCTV says the workers say they fear for their own safety and that of the whole team. Worker says, I used to have no idea if the water we used to wash our hands was polluted. I used to wash my hands before eating. I'm now wondering how much radioactive substances have gone into my body. Now I know the truth. I don't dare to wash my hands even after using the toilet. The truth is astonishing. You can watch the CCTV report right there if you wish. Imagine that. Sounds like they were kept in the dark and clueless about the whole process. Wow. Let's go to the next report. Damaged fuel rods are cracked and leaking radioactive gases in Fukushima Unit 4 pool. Wire appears trapped in racks. Another assembly bent when mishandled during a transfer. Well, this does not sound good. They're damaged, according to this, and they're leaking radioactive gases. This was published November 14, 2013 at 10:46 a.m. Eastern Time by E&E News. Japan Times, November 14, 2013. Earlier this week, TEPCO found 3 damaged assemblies that will be difficult to remove, but officials said the damage appeared to have occurred before the March 11 disasters. Reuters, November 14, 2013. One of the assemblies was damaged as far back as 1982 when it was mishandled during a transfer and is bent out of shape. TEPCO said in a brief note at the bottom of an 11-page information sheet in August. In a statement from April 2010, TEPCO said it found 2 other spent fuel racks in the reactor's cooling pool had what appeared to be wire trapped in them. Rods in those assemblies have pinhole cracks and are leaking low-level radioactive gases. TEPCO spokesman Yoshikazu Nagai told Reuters on Thursday, having to deal with the damaged assemblies is likely to make removing the other fuel more difficult. TEPCO spokeswoman Mayumi Yoshida. The 3 fuel assemblies cannot be transported by cast. We are currently reviewing how to transport those fuel assemblies to the common spent fuel pool, she said. You can also see this report if you wish. And let's go to the next report. A nuclear engineer says borated rubber between fuel is damaged in Unit 4 pool. Increased risk of criticality. The Economist says rods can explode if they collide. TEPCO VP says recriticality highly improbable. That's a video. It was published November 14, 2013 at 1:27 p.m. Eastern Time by E&E News. Chris Harris, former licensed senior reactor operator and engineer, says, Nutrimedical report November 7, 2013 at 33:30 in. The borated rubber has been degraded. The better the shutdown margin, the better off you are. Now with the borated rubber, it has been admitted, TEPCO said it's been damaged. That was adding shutdown margin, and now it's reduced. And when you get down to no shutdown margin, you've got a criticality event. Arnie Gunderson, Chief Engineer at Fairwinds Energy Education, KZYX, September 9, 2013, says, Tokyo Electric has admitted that the boron between these fuel cells, there's a boron wafer in between the fuel to prevent something called an inadvertent criticality. You can have a nuclear chain reaction in the fuel pool, and that's not a good thing. But they've admitted that all the boron has disintegrated. So the only thing preventing a chain reaction from occurring in the fuel racks themselves is the fact they put all sorts of boron in the water. But if the rods get too close to each other, they can still fire up again and create a chain reaction in the nuclear fuel pool. The Economist, November 14, 2013. Engineers will have to take out fuel assembly one by one without mishap and overcome the risk of fire, earthquake, and the pool boiling dry. The fuel rods can ignite if they lose coolant or explode if they collide. Japan Times, November 14, 2013. Another risk is dropping the assemblies and damaging them. It is imperative not to drop the assemblies when removing and after removing them from the racks, said Hisashi Ninokata, a nuclear expert and professor at Polytechnic University of Milan in Italy. In the worst-case scenario, dropping a cask is conceivable, said Mayayuki Ono, a TEPCO spokesman. Asked if it's possible for the spent fuel to achieve recriticality, Zengo Aizawa, vice president of TEPCO overseeing the Fukushima crisis, said, This is highly improbable, since the removal process basically deals with one assembly at a time, and the utility has confirmed that one assembly alone cannot cause a nuclear chain reaction. And this is the full interview with Chris Harris right here. And this link is not clickable right now, so I'm not sure if you can click on it. I just wanted to let you all know that. Sounds like a very, very dicey situation all the way around. Let's go to the next report. From Fox News, video points to serious damage to Fukushima reactor number 1. A nuclear expert says the following. Size of leak indicates large damage caused by explosion with a question mark. This is a video published November 14, 2013 at 8:42 p.m. Eastern Time by E&E News. NHK, November 14, 2013, expert suspects large damage in Fukushima reactor. A nuclear expert says reactor number 1 at the Fukushima Daiichi plant may have suffered relatively large-scale damage. The video shows water from the first leak flowing down the surface of the suppression chamber and pooling on the floor of the building. In another, water poured out from a broken pipe. The size of the leak is considered unusual because the pipe was installed to collect dew condensation on the containment vessel. Hosei University visiting professor Hiroshi Miyano says the volume of water suggests large damage to parts, such as the joint between the containment vessel and the suppression chamber. He says the assembled part may have been dislodged by the impact of a hydrogen explosion. Yomiuri Shimbun, November 15, 2013. TEPCO confirmed that radioactive water has been leaking from 2 locations inside the number 1 reactor building of the Fukushima number 1 nuclear power plant, the utility said. The contaminated water leak was confirmed Wednesday near a donut-shaped pressure suppression pool that is connected to the bottom of the reactor's containment. Fox News, November 14, 2013. Video points to serious damage to Fukushima reactor Video footage released Thursday by TEPCO revealed two substantial leaks of radioactive water from one of the reactors at the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant, dripping down the side of the reactor's compression chamber to form a pool on the building floor. Arirang News, November 14, 2013. According to the Yomiuri newspaper, Japanese experts believe damage was caused when melted nuclear fuel dropped. Japan Times, November 14, 2013. Leaks seen under Reactor 1 containment vessel. And you can watch the videos right here by clicking right there if you wish. And this is a little illustrated diagram. Let's see if I can bring it up. Okay, and we're here at the japantimes.co.jp. That looks like a picture. And the article. Okay, this one for some reason hasn't come up yet. I clicked on it one time. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here is the reactor number 1 containment vessel leakage. On the left, you see the rupture area, radioactive water, suppression chamber, boat with camera remotely controlled and containment vessel. And I'm going to move the viewing window to the right. And there it is, indicated by the red square. Pressure vessel, containment vessel. And this is a Kyoto graphic. Alright, just a moment. That's going to do it for the Fukushima radiation report for today. I'll probably come up with another report either tonight or tomorrow to let you know what's happening with the fuel rods. Thanks for watching, and please stay safe. Pink out.